Hey, everybody, welcome back to Shock and Shock. I'm your host, Trisha Gillis, and today is day 17 on day 18. Catching up, hold on. We'll get there, guys. um, of the 31 Days of Horror reviews today, I'm covering Ghoul School by director Timothy O. Raw, a movie that I'd heard quite a bit about. Um, I know that Spooky and John from the Sick on Sono Boys were talking about it at least a while back, so I gave it a go. Now, what is it about? Well, it is your classic like late 80s, early 90s, straight to video trash that you'd expect. Where two, um, it says in the description, high school dropouts, you don't really get that, try to rob the school janitor at this high school, and they bungle around too much and accidentally release this chemical into the school's water supply in the like swimming pool there, which causes the swim team of the school to, um, turn sort of into zombies in a way. I mean, they are zombies. It causes a zombie outbreak, and it's a zombie movie. Um, and who has to stop them but two horror film nerds who are way more relatable than anybody would care to admit. I mean, I'll admit it, of course, because, they're likable. Um, the members of this metal band and members of the worst basketball team known to man. And yeah, that's sort of the plot. It's the typical zombie movie stuff, but there are things about this one that make it stand out from the crowd, even of like B, schlocky, shitty movies. Um, so first off, I'm gonna stop doing like the likes and dislikes for these next couple of videos because I just want to talk about, you'll get the idea. I like this movie. Um, it's not good. It's definitely so bad that it's a good movie. But what separates this one is just, I don't know. It feels very much like a Disney Channel or after school special type of movie in a way like that, except in the 90s. Um, I don't know. There's just something very charming about this one. The characters are all definitely caricatures, but they're all fairly likable for who they are. Especially the lead two like movie nerds. They both have some genuinely funny dialogue. I like their relationship with each other. It's funny. A lot of times in these, high school movies, you get the bullies or people being like the lead character or bullying the leads, stuff like that. And it's this kind of people vibing with each other. And I don't know, that just felt like a nice change of pace for like a high school horror movie. Um, I really like the basketball team in this as well. Specifically, I mentioned them in my Letterboxd review of this because they are the worst basketball team known to man. It is genuinely absurdly hilarious every time they are on screen. So to start off, the basketball team is composed of 5 people. So as you can see, that would already be an issue. Next is that none of them, every single time, genuinely, every single shot that these people take to shoot a basketball misses. Every single time. And it is shown many times in the film. And the way that they shoot the basketball is hilarious. They never like groan or anything. They shoot the basketball, misses absurdly bad, and they decide, oh, well, I'm just going to go back to the line, not even acknowledge it. The players in the basketball team are more obsessed with this like picking on each other and throwing basketballs at each other than anything else. Super funny. And it's shown multiple times. This is a short movie. It's like an hour, 10 minutes after credits. And I would say like a good 10 minutes of this movie is just basketball practice scenes where they're missing shots and getting yelled at by their coach. And they're complaining to the coach saying, we're only 5 people. How are we going to do this? And he's like, suck it up. It is chef's kiss. Great. I absolutely love them. Um, yeah, the gore in this is super silly. I genuinely thought the people in this that were being killed by the zombies at times were meant to be like robots because when they pull their limbs apart, there is a black tube in there that I think is maybe like PVC pipe or like a balloon. And it's always zoomed up because they're using very small props. Super funny. And the gore is not, the worst looking thing ever. I think the zombies don't even look that bad. For presumably the budget of this movie is, which is very low. The dialogue is cringeworthy, but in a fun way. It's very on the nose a lot of the time, and they keep saying the joke about the swim team being turned into zombies because of too much chlorine. It's not funny the first time, and they tell it about 10 times, which almost makes it funny through the repetition. Yeah, just really enjoyed this for the most part. Really, my only issue with the film primarily would be that there are points that kind of drag. Um, you know, when the zombies are attacking and, the basketball team parts, stuff like that, those are all fun. But when we're just having the characters interact with each other away from like our lead two movie nerds, I mean that's described in the film. Like that's the description. They're nerds. Um, those scenes are kind of iffy. Sometimes the dialogue, when it's not cringeworthy and like in a fun bad way, it's kind of just dry. Not super good a lot of the time. But for the most part, I feel like the pacing is decent for what it is. There's definitely significantly worse ways to waste 70 minutes. I think for the most part, this is a really fun 90s, like B schlocky cheesy movie. I wish that we got a little bit more as far in the way of kills in this. I mean, we get a couple of scenes, but not much. And when the kills do that, sorry about that, guys. Oh God, I'm sorry. Whew. When the kills are there, um, you know, the gore is fine, but it's like always that zoomed in look on the part, and it's always like limbs being torn off. It's never anything different than that, so it does get a little repetitive, but there's enough special moments in this that set it apart for me personally. Like those basketball scenes, I like the two leads as mentioned. The soundtrack in this is a banger. It's not necessarily good, but it's kind of just like that cheesy 90s pop rock goodness that was written for this. The theme song, bop. Absolutely love it. So, yeah, I gave this a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Definitely stand by that. It's one I'll definitely be rewatching, actually. There's just a certain vibe of this that is really, like, comforting to me in a weird way. It may not be the best thing you've ever seen. It may not even be the worst thing you've ever seen. I mean, certainly not. For me, I give it a 4. It's so bad that it's good, but not so bad that it's great. Like, it gets a 4, not a 5. Yeah, I just wish it was a little bit more over the top. Because, I mean, there's, with this type of film, that's what you want. You don't want it to be a little bit subdued, like the moments with the characters just interacting, or can take him or leave him. But anyway, yeah, not much to say away from that about Ghoul School. Just go watch it. It's on Tubi. I believe there's DVDs with it, but as well. But Tubi, as always, it's usually the way to go with some of these things. So give it a go. And as always, I've been your host, Herschel Gillis, signing off. Zero thoughts, zero editing, zero brain cells, and zero planning. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Keep your notifications on, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.